Here is Summer Street Park. We have these yew shrubs right here. See how they're dying and mostly dead? This is how they've been for quite some time. But you can see there's regrowth down below. So over here on the other side of the park you have more yews. I don't know that you're ever going to make a Welsh longbow out of them, but they are pretty decent shrubs. This is just marginally better than the other side looks. You don't really want this weird tuftingness. It's not a very vigorous plant here, but we are going to try and keep running with it. We're going to do some stuff to help it out. Here's what I think we have. I think we have too much stuff has gathered around the roots of these, I think. Not totally sure. But if you look in here where there's this stem and this stem here, both coming from the same root base, you should see the continuous wood between the two. So let's see what we get. Let me look under here. You see how it's actually buried? So as these have dropped their needles and other stuff has happened here, I think that we have too much mulch around these. So I think we're going to clear it out. See that? It's like getting wrapped with roots, probably its own roots. This, what I'm touching here, is like all root mass. I can't really focus on it too well here. You got it? Yeah, it's not focusing in really, but that's all fine roots. So I think if we clear out around the base of these root flares, we're going to help invigorate this. But over here we had just so much dead stuff that here's the strategy. Number one, step one was to try to take out the dead wood and see what it looked like. It didn't look good, I can tell you. But so now step two is this. There is regrowth here. We've conserved the same roots, we've conserved the same genes and the same history of this plant, but we've cut it way back to where it's starting to have some vigor. And we're gonna excavate around the root crown and just see if we can breathe some life into these. So it's Operation Save the Yew Shrubs is what it is. And as this grows back in, eventually you won't see all this gnarly wood. I know it doesn't look great today, but you know, the alternative would be to plant dig these out and plant new. But what you'll wind up with from the nursery is actually a shrub that's actually equivalent in size to what these are, but without having already been established. So I don't know that you're gaining very much by planting new. So I don't know, I figure this isn't going to look great, so I wanted to document what I'm trying to do and hopefully get some understanding that these plants have some future. It's not going to be immediate. I'll take another video when I'm done. Okay, here we are after the deed has been mostly done. We've got these shrubs at least putting their best foot forward now, because the actual growth, the actual green is the highest point. So that means it's not getting shaded out by its own dead wood. Now also, there's going to be light will hit here, all along here, and this type of tree is perfectly capable of sprouting from any place along its stem. This is, I know, it's absolute butchery if you think about it as a tree, but if you think about it as a shrub, which is what it is, this is the chance for a new beginning. I still need to dig out this. You can see it after it's been raked out you should be able to see the place where these stems all connect. And the fact that you can't may be really contributing to the lack of vigor here. So it's going to take a little bit of fine-tune type of, bring a trowel down here and spend some time doing that. We also planted this beautiful shad, also known as a service berry. Here's this one. And you'll see it's mirrored on the far side with another new shad that was planted by our excellent crew. Just gonna get a little bit of the mulch away from. So see, we could do, if we could run at it like this, the way it just was, you could do the same thing to this plant as what has been done to those yew trees. So with mulch, you don't want to have it actually contacting the trunk of the plant you're mulching. And mulch doesn't really need to be terribly deep either. It helps if it's forms a wider area, but it doesn't need to be that deep. So we're getting this donut shape around it now. So now the tree can float in the soil at the height it more prefers. So we're gonna come back after this and do some of the similar stuff on this side too. Get this weeded out. Yeah. There's the crew. Greg, Caleb. They've been planting them and cleaning up and doing everything.